Good morning. This is another start to another video. They just keep coming. In this video, I'm going to be completing the rafters and roof on that side of the barn. You can see that. There you go. That's better. And you can see the rafter pattern is up there. I did some layout before the rain yesterday. And this morning I went through my pile of 8x8s and did some sorting because I currently don't have enough 2x6s for rafters. So on the mill right now we have a 14-footer, which is I'm gonna get 5 rafters out of, and this 12-footer. The 14-footer is for the lower section, and the 12s will be for that upper section. I don't have enough. I don't have enough 12-footers for the upper section, but we're just gonna keep finding them in the pile. So these are 3 more that I pulled out. Those are gonna get resawn, and I'll take you over here, show you what I did this morning. 2 days ago, took me a couple hours and I resawed a bunch of cants. These are all 12-inch wide. Most of them are 12-inch wide boards. These are all sheathings for the roof. This is actually only 2/3 of what I need. There's some more cants here that are going to get sawn into sheathing boards, but I still don't think I have enough to complete the roof even with that. This pile of 420s, and there are 4 14s on the bottom. These are all the top plates and collar ties for the upper section of the roof. And over on this side is the remaining pile of timbers. There are 6 16s and 2 20-footers in there, and I'm kind of holding off on doing anything with those till I absolutely need them. They may get resawn into sheathing boards for the house or whatever else. You'd think with all this pile of wood I would have exactly enough of everything, but I'm actually running a little short. But I have 2 secret piles in the back. They're from clearing the house lot, and there's a bunch of stuff in there that I'm gonna actually have to dig out if I'm short of rafter stuff. And anyway, I have the material, it's just getting to it is gonna be a little problem. This pile over here is the boards are all pre-cut sheathing for this side of the wall, so that's already done. Paul cut those the other day. They're all ready to go. So anyway, that's what we're up against this morning. I'm gonna do some resawing and then start working on the roof system. I don't know how far I'll get. We're supposed to get 2.5 nice days, so maybe in a couple of days I can get the roof all on. There you go. All right, hold on. Here comes some sawdust. All right, there's one 8x8 sawn into 5 rafters. And after I cut the first 2-inch piece off, there was that piece over there. I had to put it back on the mill and cut it to 6 inches, so there's a little bit of waste, but that's just the way it is. And you might have noticed that instead of sawing through this rough material, which on the outside, I actually flipped it right over 3 times till I got to this freshly sawn side. We have these have been sitting around for a while, and there's notoriously on dry days dust that flies around and lands on the surface. And any opportunity to saw through fresh stuff means that the blade's going to last that much longer. So that's why I flipped it around. Now, speaking of that, had somebody comment about who does the sharpening of my saw blades, and all along I've been sending me either to Wood. I first started sending them back to WoodMizer, and then I found a guy locally who does an excellent job, but he's going to be retiring from sharpening, and I think I'm just going to end up having to buy my own sharpening setup. I put it off all these years because it's expensive, and if you run the numbers, unless I start sharpening for other people, it's probably not worth it. But on the other hand, I tend to run the blades probably a little bit longer than they should, just trying to get as much life out of them as I can, and that results in some poor quality boards. And so I haven't convinced Kristen yet, but I think we're going to end up buying a sharpening system so that I don't feel bad about changing blades out when they get a little dull. It'll make the sawing quicker, and I'll get a better result in the long run. But anyway, there you have it. I'm going to saw a bunch more stuff, and then you can watch me. I'll cut up some rafters. All right, I just put up the 3 hemlock 4x8s with the angle that I cut on. I cut when I did the other side, so they're all just had to be cut to length. So that's a little bit of a time saver. They're not located in the center or anything. They're just up there, and get them off the floor. It's going to free up the sawhorses so that I can start cutting rafters. All right, I got all the rafters cut, and the next step is to put in the hemlock 4x8s with the bevel cut on the top. But I'm gonna go take a break and come back. I'll do that, then I can start setting rafters in place, and then I got to hook up the compressor and start nailing them off. So we're getting there. All right, there's all the rafters just put up in place, except for the end two, which I'm gonna wait till I get up there with a nail gun to pull them up in place. It's hot and humid, and I'm gonna go take a break before I go any further.
That one looks good.
All right, is there any more camera life? Oh, it's a little bit. All right, that's it for today. It's just been brutally hot and humid. And tomorrow morning, I'm ready to start putting up roof sheathing. All right, I think I'm ready to start putting up roof sheathing. I've got I got the line snapped up on the rafters, and I've got the first layer of boards pre-cut. And you just saw me, I brought in a stack of 8 foot long. There are 12s, 10s, and some 8s in this pile. And it's all available for a roof deck. So I'm gonna go take a break before I get started. It's already starting to get hot and humid. And then come out and get the nail gun set up and start putting on the roof deck. Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning, and it's gonna be another hot, humid day. Yesterday, I had to stop filming because the heat got the best of me, and my brain was cooking, and it was all I could do to get this section of the roof done up here. So as you can see, this is what the barn is really going to look like now. It's really coming together. Tractor's in there with a roof over it. We're going to put the siding, first layer of siding on that part of the barn this morning. The alley there's nothing in the alley practically. So that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be one big open space. So let me take you upstairs and I'll show you what I got done. Because yesterday I was in no condition to do any filming, and basically just turned the camera off. And but we got all the sheathing boards on, and this high temperature ice and water shield on here too. So that's temporary roof, and at least it's waterproof. It's got covering on it, which is awesome. Yeah, that's all looking good. So the next step after we work on that sheathing downstairs is to start working on the top plates here. There are 4 20-footers down there, which I'm going to be using. So I'm going to shuffle those inside the barn downstairs below me here and start putting those together. So all of these pegs on the outside have got to be trimmed off. I got to get those down there too, and before the siding can go on. All right, it's already getting hot and humid out, but we managed, since my friend Paul pre-cut all of this siding boards. It was nice, we were just one short. I made that up, so that was a pretty good guess. Those are all on and nailed. That's probably gonna just stay like that till next year. And I would like to put another layer on that's shiplapped over that, but I don't have time to do that this year. Priority is to get this roof on, but that's going to be good enough for the winter. So there's that side. You can see this is the bay for the tractor, and this looks awesome. This is all we put the best side facing in, and I think I don't mind the weathered look. I think it looks awesome. You can see all the pegs. So I'm actually going to start using this horizontal surfaces as a shelf to start storing stuff, because it's just, I need dry storage. So I'm going to put the tractor in here, and there you have it. I'm going to actually have a bunch of sawmill blades that are sharp. The guy said they're ready to pick up, so off to good town to get those.